Howdy gamers, welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well on this fine Tuesday morning. I think it's going to be Tuesday you're seeing this. We have got, as you can see on the floor right there, we've got a Mouse release. And everybody absolutely adored Mouse's last release, which was Motopark, probably one of the most played public lobbies of all time. So we're going to be seeing his new creation here, which is a recreation of the 2024 Philadelphia Supercross track. He has made two versions of this. He has made one for you pussies, that is a completely smooth version, and then he's made one for the manly men, which we'll be covering today, which is the night show version, which, as you can see, is nice and rated up, as we love to see it. And we're going to just spin some laps on it, see how she feels, and just see what the scaling's like. Because as I fly around here, some of the jumps look very, very peaky. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can bust out some quads, some big boy lines, and the thing that's going to kind of suck the most for us, if we fly all the way through into the behind the scenes here, is where am I? Is we are all whited out today. So we are channeling that in a Thomasoonis, and we're going to see how it goes. Get nice and dirty by the end. For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe. So there you go. All of the TikTokers and the Instagrammers have probably already seen this setup because I've been running it for the last day or so. But I'm not sure if I've done a video on this full thing just yet. So we've got the minimalist gear that I made recently, and then also I just got downloaded the Suzuki PSD and then just changed everything to white, basically changed some parts here and there, changed like the bar pad, for example, to be nice white and grey, and I'm a fan. Nice and fresh. The only issue is it doesn't last very long. Like 2 minutes of riding and a couple of crashes and you are completely caked in mud. So we'll see how she goes. I have ran about 2 laps on this track last night when I downloaded it, so I have a rough idea of the layout and what lines could be viable already. This rhythm section that I'm in right now, so many line choices, like 4 different rhythm options through there, and if you are very, very perfect, there is a big boy quad for you to be busting out in the middle as well, which is very satisfying. In this rhythm section you go like triple double, or triple double all the way into the sand, or you can go like double double or double triple into the sand. Lots of options. You can see we're a little bit spoiled for choice actually coming to some of these corners. It's like, do I go inside, middle, outside? No idea. And just from the 2 laps I'd done, I tried taking 1 or 2 different lines each time, and they all seem relatively similar in terms of their speed, which must be a very difficult thing to do. But Mouse has been working on this for quite some time now. I kept seeing the progress pictures being updated in the Earthworks Discord, and I'm just excited to just try and give it a proper go and see how she rides, see how she feels, especially when I saw him making all of the ruts and bumps. You know me, I enjoy my rough tracks. Although, to be fair, my aerial results recently probably point away from that fact, but no, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy my rough tracks. I think it's the in-game road at the moment that's been messing with me, just trying to learn how to combat it, really, when all of the bumps and the ruts get like horrible square edges on them. It's very strange, this game's erode. If you've never like taken enough notice or never done a deep erode race, it will smooth out the rough bits, and then the bits that were smooth get like really janky square edges on them. I'd love there to be a game where it had a natural road system where it would form like chatter from braking bumps, and the ruts would dig down a little bit on the inside and then build up a bit on the outside in a nice smooth way rather than being all choppy. But I'm well aware that there is game limitations and how the whole thing is rendered together. So I have no idea. I am not a game developer. I am not a programmer, anything of that sort. I am actually pretty computer illiterate, to be fair. Most of the time I have to Google my problems and try and find a solution, but there you go, just my 2 cents on that. Let's try this inside as well. What I like, which seems like a lot of people aren't big fans of so far, at least on an aerial sense. Oh god, please get that. Oh, I want to give that another go. That looks like that could be so, it's like just so floaty up in the air. Is he's kind of put all of the ruts towards the back end of the corner. So if you are coming up the inside of somebody and going into the corner and you want to make a pass, you should still have the room to do so, and then slot into the ruts as you exit. And also gives that a little bit more of a, I guess, realistic view as well, because it's a bit rare in SX, I suppose, that the ruts go all the way around. It's kind of like this here, where they'd come up higher, cut down, and then choose a different one to exit the corner with, just so they've got as much momentum as possible, then hit the next straight. Also got a couple of sneaky little insides here. Did I just see some water in the ground there? Is she fresh? Has she been rained on? Let's have a look. Is that water? Is that... Oh, that's plywood coming through. Oh, I love, that is a nice little touch there, having plywood coming through the ground at the bottom. Very big fan. Okay, it's just a little attention to detail like that we are a big fan of. Big fan of that indeed. And I need to give props to the man as well, because Mouse has also mentioned him in his MXB mods post. Shout out to Red Rider, because all of the objects you see around here, and 99% of the objects I use in my own tracks, are from Red. Massive addition to this community is old Red Rider, but constantly making public assets for everybody to use. So the bales that you see were created by Red, even these like little yellow ones on the inside, for example. This stadium was created by Red Rider as well. Whether it's going to be a public release yet or not, I'm not 110% sure, but I've seen many screenshots and work in progress pictures of him making this, so it's nice seeing it all come to fruition. I can't imagine what goes into making it, so you get all these like animated banners going around the whole time, and then also making it well optimized so it runs well in game. Like, I've got no bad FPS at all right now. It's all very, very smooth, very lovely. And then even stuff like this finish line, you see this exactly the same finish line that I used on my last Arena Cross track as well, which I also need to get back to finishing those. I've taken a very, very long break. So yeah, big shout out to him. I think a lot of track creators in this community would not have as half nice looking tracks as we do if it wasn't for Red. So give himself a big old pat on the back. Please survive, thank you. I need to work out what I'm doing in that first rhythm section. I'm not hitting it too well. Let's go to the inside here, because I want to go step on and then step off and then send it to the quad. Little tap of the back brake, pitch it down, triple into the corner. That is hella satisfying. That sends you so high as well. But that's kind of what I imagine Supercross to be like. I mean, when you watch them on TV and they're hitting these big quads through rhythm, when they hit a big old seat bounce, they're in the air for quite a long time. It's not like the jumps are super mellow. They're all really, really peaky. I do love that feeling of just like floating above the track. I'm a big old fan. Whoops are very straightforward, very easy. I'm literally just holding right trigger through there. You haven't even got to lean the bike around. They look very scary. I don't know if they look deeper than they actually are because of the contrast between the light and the dark dirt on the tops and the bottoms, making it look deeper. But no, very, very straightforward there. Can we just hit a little step on? Yeah, step on, step off, double. Can we get this inside? Hook this inside rut? We can. Lovely. Can I still get the triple, though? I should have been in second gear there. Third gear was a bit of an L, bit of a mistake. Let's try... Ooh. Oh, that's a little bit of a... That's a bit of a tricky one. I don't know. What do I want to do there? Do I want to... If we step... Oh, hang on. Okay, the brain's moving. The brain's moving. So if I try stepping over the first one, then I could try quadding after that. Let's try this left side again. So if I step over, yes, and then quad. Tap the brake. Oh, that's a steep downside. That is a steep old transition, but very, very doable. It's worth mentioning as well, actually, just the, I guess, the progression of track creators again. I always love seeing it. It's something that I went through, or I got to experience with Higo, when Higo was back making tracks from his first track releases all the way through to his ones that made it all the way onto the shop, like Coastal Park, for example. And then now seeing Mouse. My first Mouse track was Poor Boys MX. Very, very fun track. And then it stepped up a whole different level of quality from Poor Boys to Motopark. And now he's kind of kept that same level for this as well. And what I think it is I wouldn't even say that it's so much from a height map perspective. Obviously, the ruts around here are actually really nice, and they grab you well, and they're nice and flowy. But it could literally just be from a texturing perspective. Like, his tracks look very, very pretty these days as I hit that nice quad in the middle of that section. I think that might be quicker than the other quad, because you don't go quite as high, so your wheels are on the ground sooner, you're tracking forwards. I like in the sand here that the sand kind of cuts back and forth under itself. It's not just 3 ruts that are the same. Also, just like the differentiation in ruts leading up to this whoop section. That was a... Oh my god, the slipstream I got on that straight, because that right there, that was insane. And a little Tarsana sideways here. I'd be very interested to see how this track erodes. I think it would be best with a very, very minimal amount, because with how deep the ruts are by default, it could get just a little bit on the sketchy side if you run like a 0.3, 0.4, for example. Maybe 0.1 could be good. I mean, it would dig them down. And they're quite deep as it is, but they're deep without the need of cranking your bike so far over that your handlebars dig in the ground, which is a big issue that I've seemed to be having lately, is because the speed of the competition has got so quickly and everyone's just going faster and faster. You have to lean the bike over more and more and more in all the corners to keep going as fast, and then you're just flirting with your handlebars digging into the ground, or your foot pegs, or the bottom of your forks, for example. And it's just such a fine line between absolutely railing something and having your handlebars dig in and getting spat off the bike. We are flirting with a degree here and there at all times in the pro scene these days, and it's hella stressful. You know, I haven't got much hair as it is left, and it just keeps falling out each round. So I need to get some practice in today. I'm recording this Monday about 4 p.m. my time. So from the point of me recording this, I've got about 4.5-ish hours until the next MXGP track releases, which is it Arnhem? I think it's pronounced Arnhem, which is a sand track, like deep sand. And I like my sand tracks, I really, really do. I usually ride quite well at them. I might be handicapping myself a little bit, but I'm going to try and ride the Suzuki. Probably an L decision, I know, but it's the only bike that I have whited out right now, so I want to ride it the most. And also, it did me pretty good at Hawkston, and Hawkston was a sand track. I know it's not the same sort of high-speed, flowy sand as Arnhem will be, but we'll give it a go. It should be a very, very enjoyable race regardless, and if any of you did stop by to watch me during that, I very much appreciate it. Thank you for doing so. And I have also some more exciting news. I know this has come quite late in the video, but in regards to like house and stuff, it has all been approved now. So we've selected our move-in date as being the 1st of May. So over that kind of weekend, I think the weekend following the 1st of May is when I'll be moving. And so there might be a day or two without a video or a couple of days without streams. After that, I feel like I'm just going to get such a new lease of life in the content creation side of things. Just have my own little personal space. I'm going to separate bedroom from office as well. So we've got like a dedicated work zone. Because one thing that, if any of you have ever worked from home, you might be able to relate to this, is when you have your workplace in the same room as like your leisure room, if that makes sense, the place that you come and chill, it can be quite hard to either switch on or switch off. It's either you work all the time or you don't work at all. You're in one state of mind or the other. Whereas if you have just a whole separate room for it, which I guess would kind of be an office at this point for me, then it's much easier to get in that zone. So I'm very excited for it. I'll get to make like a proper backdrop as well, so you don't just get to sit here and look at a suitcase and 2 towels and what's that, a Honda racing bag over there. The only stressful part's going to be is making sure everything is in place where it needs to be before I move. So for example, making sure that we've got someone to come out to hook up the internet in time, because that's obviously the most important bit for me. Getting all of the bills in the right place, whether it's water supply, electricity supply, all that good stuff. Just make sure everything is as it should be. So I might be a little bit stressed for a while. It's proven to be a little bit stressful so far, just trying to get things to line up between real estate agents and getting contracts through and trying to get internet booked, because you have to book the internet to be done like a couple of weeks in advance. Very, very stressful. But it is life. We all grow up at some point, don't we? And I'm going to be moving out now, but one thing that'll be nice is having the ability to just stream whatever time I want. If I want to hop on and stream at 2 AM in the morning because I'm awake and I've got nothing else to do, I can do that without any issues of waking people up. So for all of you people from Oceania or anyone from the US, for example, that usually misses my streams, you'll be able to see some more Lynn streams at random times. So I'm very excited for it. Hope you are as well. And it'll be very, very good fun. I just need to actually get it done. Once I'm in and once I'm settled, I'll be fairly stress-free. But so this track, really, really good. I haven't really got too much to say about it. It just rides well. The ruts are very nice. It looks very, very good as well. He's done a good job with the norms and the textures. I have one single complaint on the entirety of this track, and it is incredibly nitpicky. Why, if we are indoors, is there a leaf on the track right there? You see that next to my front mudguard? I see that green little leaf there. That's it. That's the only complaint I've got to make. Other than that, it's beautiful. It's very, very nice. He's done a good job in the pits as well, just by giving people their own little sections. I know how much of a pain in the bum that is to manually select all of the pit spaces like that, because they're all different widths apart. So yeah, well done mouse on that. I would not have had the patience. And that should do it. That should wrap up for me. I hope you boys have enjoyed this video, and hope you're enjoying this track as well. We'll definitely give this one some love on some upcoming streams. I think people would really, really enjoy this. It does have a double lineup by the looks of it. I didn't even realize that until just now. What have we got here? We got, is that 36 gates, I think, in total? Yeah, that should be really fun, having some big old elimination races around here. It'll be 2 lappers instead of 1 by the looks of it, but I am very excited for that. And as you can see, it's always muddy in Philadelphia. We are absolutely covered. I have no idea how Thomas gets this stuff clean after each ride, because this is just actually outrageous behaviour. But yeah, that'll wrap it up. If you enjoyed, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to. And catch you in the next video. Peace.
I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain. Even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still move a mountain and do what I want.